Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to pull back the curtain on the hidden world of device modeling. It's the unsung hero, really, behind pretty much all of your favorite tech.
Okay, so let's just dive right in. You see, in the tech world today, it is a global race to release the next big thing. Companies are facing shorter and shorter product life cycles, and this immense pressure to develop faster, better, and way more efficiently than ever before.
And the stakes? They're incredibly high. We're not just talking about minor setbacks here. A single month's delay in getting a product out the door can literally be the difference between leading the entire industry and just becoming a footnote in its history. The pressure is absolutely on.
So how did designers used to handle this? Well, traditionally, they were stuck in this really costly and time-consuming cycle. You design something, then you build a physical version, you test it out, find out what's wrong with it, and then you have to go all the way back to the beginning. It's kind of like an infinite loop of trial and error that just burns through time and money.
But what if you could just break that loop? Well, this is where a pretty revolutionary idea comes into play: circuit simulation.
Circuit simulation is, well, it's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. Think of it like a flight simulator, but for electronics. It gives engineers this amazing power to build, test, and even break a circuit in a completely safe virtual environment. It lets them predict exactly how it's going to behave in the real world.
And the advantages here are just huge. You can see all the results just like you would on an oscilloscope. You can test high-voltage systems without any risk of getting zapped. It's way greener, too, with no wasted materials from throwing out old prototypes. But most importantly, it absolutely slashes development time and cost. It's a total game changer.
And the de facto standard for this kind of simulation, the software that basically became the common language for an entire industry, was developed at UC Berkeley. It's called SPICE.
But a simulator, even one as powerful as SPICE, can't just work in a vacuum. It needs to be fed information about the real world. To really work its magic, it needs a very special secret ingredient. I mean, think about it for a second. How on earth does the computer know exactly how a specific transistor from one company is going to behave versus a similar one from another? How does it know how a capacitor will react to different signals, or how a battery's voltage is going to drop over time?
Well, the answer lies in files that look, well, like this. Now, to you and me, this might just look like a bunch of code, maybe even gibberish. But what you're looking at is a super precise mathematical description of a physical object. It's a complex set of parameters that define its very essence.
This right here is a device model. You'll also hear it called a SPICE model. And honestly, the best way to think of it is as the digital twin of a real-world component. It's like its digital DNA, the very soul of the part, captured perfectly in software.
Now, as you can probably guess, creating one of these digital twins is, well, it's not simple. It's this incredibly sophisticated process that's really part science and part art.
Yeah, I mean, just look at this list. Creating a device model isn't just one skill. It's a fusion of all these different advanced fields. You have to be a physicist to understand how the components work, a mathematician to describe them, a lab technician to measure them precisely, and a software engineer to put it all together. It's a truly massive, multidisciplinary challenge.
The whole process is this meticulous journey from the physical world into the digital one. First, experts take a real component and measure it under all sorts of conditions. Then, they analyze all that data to understand its unique behavior. From there, they develop the math to describe it, and finally, they extract the key parameters to build a model. This final step is the magic moment. It's where a real, tangible object gets perfectly translated into pure data.
Okay, but one component is just one little piece of the puzzle, right? To simulate an entire phone or a car's power system, you need digital twins of everything inside it.
And this is what gives these simulations their incredible accuracy. You see, in a simple simulation, a capacitor might just be a single number. But in the real world, no component is perfect. It has these tiny, unwanted side effects, engineers call them parasitics, that can mess with the circuit. A good device model captures all of these real-world imperfections.
So with these models, engineers can basically build a virtual parts bin. They can assemble entire circuits using digital twins of nearly any component imaginable, from simple diodes and resistors to the complex switches like MOSFETs that act as the brains of modern electronics.
And get this chart just brilliantly shows how ridiculously accurate these models can be. On one side, you have the measurement from a real-world battery. On the other, the simulation using a high-quality model. Look at that. They are practically identical. The simulation's prediction almost perfectly matches reality. It's just amazing.
Okay, so why does any of this matter to you? I mean, what is the real-world impact of this hidden digital world?
Well, because of device modeling, that slow, painful build and test loop from the past, the one that took months, sometimes even years, it's gone. It has been replaced by this lightning-fast simulate and verify cycle that can take just days or weeks. This isn't just a small improvement, it's a monumental shift in the speed of innovation.
This is the invisible engine that drives all of modern technology forward. It's how we get the incredibly complex circuits in our smartphones, the efficient power systems in electric vehicles, and the reliable electronics that run the power grid. It is literally how we build the future today by perfecting it in a virtual world first.
So that leaves us with this one final thought. In a world that's racing towards ever-increasing complexity, will our ability to create these perfect digital twins be the only thing that allows human ingenuity to actually keep pace? That makes you wonder if the most critical blueprint for the future isn't physical at all, but purely and perfectly digital.